Have you ever smelled someone's perfume out of nowhere? Heard a song at the exact moment you were thinking about someone? Or had a dream that felt so real it stayed with you all day? What if those moments are more than just coincidences? In this special Memorial Day episode, we're going to talk about the many ways our loved ones continue to connect with us after they pass. Hello, fantabulous souls, and welcome back to Psychically Speaking with Lisa Ann, the place where intuition meets real life truth with just the right dash of sass. I'm your host, Lisa Ann, psychic medium, intuitive healer, intuitive coach, and your guide for clarity, healing, and soul aligned living. Today's Memorial Day episode is one that I think will touch a lot of hearts. For over 30 years, people have asked me questions about what happens after we pass, how our loved ones connect with us, and how to know if the signs they are experiencing are real. So today, we're talking about the truth about signs after death, the ways spirits often communicate with us, and why loved ones never truly leave us. Before we begin today's episode, I want to honor all of those who have served and sacrificed for our country and the loved ones who carry their memories in their hearts every day. May this Memorial Day be filled with remembrance, gratitude, healing, and love. One of the biggest misconceptions people have is believing they need a psychic medium in order to connect with a loved one after they pass. I know you're probably thinking, Lisa Ann, that's a little ironic since you're a psychic medium. But one of my biggest missions in life has been educating people to the fact that they don't need someone else to communicate with their loved ones that pass. The truth of the matter is, people go to a psychic medium for validation that what they're experiencing is real and not just their imagination. Now, don't get me wrong, mediumship can absolutely bring comfort and healing for many people. But the truth is, connection already exists. Love creates connection. And that connection doesn't simply disappear because someone leaves the physical world. In fact, many people are already receiving signs from loved ones without even realizing it. Sometimes the signs are subtle. A familiar scent that might suddenly appear out of nowhere, perfume, cigarette smoke, flowers, cologne, something that's tied specifically to that person. The interesting thing is, it often happens at emotional moments or completely unexpected times. Music is another huge one. How many times have you thought about someone and suddenly their song comes on the radio? And not just randomly, but at the exact moment you needed comfort or reassurance. Dreams are also one of the most common ways people feel connected to loved ones after they pass. Now, not every dream is spiritual, of course, but many people describe certain dreams as feeling completely different, more vivid, more peaceful, more emotionally powerful. Sometimes the person that passed in the dream looks younger or healthier. Sometimes they'll hug you or speak clearly. And many people wake up feeling calm instead of feeling emotionally drained. Another thing that I've noticed over the years is that signs are often very personal. One person may see butterflies, another may find pennies. Someone else may notice repeating numbers, feathers, flickering lights, birds, dragonflies. The important thing is not whether someone else believes your experience. The important thing is how it made you feel. Because spirit communication is often deeply personal and symbolic. I also think it's important to say this. Not everyone notices signs right away. And that doesn't mean that your loved one is not around. Sometimes grief itself can block our ability to notice connection. When we are overwhelmed emotionally, anxious, angry, numb, or simply in survival mode, we are not in a place where we recognize subtle experiences. When we are overwhelmed, emotional, anxious, angry, numb, or simply trying to survive, we are also in a much lower vibration. And that alone makes it very difficult for us to notice signs. And that's okay. Sometimes signs happen months later or even years later. I personally believe that some messages come through other people. Maybe a stranger says exactly what you needed to hear, or someone unexpectedly brings up a memory. You receive comfort or guidance in a moment that feels almost impossible to explain. Now, those of you who have known me for a long time know the story of my grandmother's passing and how that is actually what led me to do this work. One of the signs that I always get from my grandmother in the most pivotal moments of my life, usually when I'm making big decisions, scared to death, overwhelmed with a decision, is pink roses. I cannot tell you how many times people who have no idea about the story about my grandmother, my connection with the pink roses, will just give me pink roses out of nowhere. It's always in the moment when I've either made a big decision that I'm really unsure about, or I'm trying to make a big decision and I know what I want to do, but everybody else thinks I shouldn't do it. They always arrive at the most pivotal moments. And they are my sign, like, go and do what you're thinking. It's going to be okay. I even had a client one time who bought me roses for my birthday and said, "This is so weird. I bought these roses and I'm online," and she had, like, I don't know, yellow roses or something, or red, whatever color they were. She goes, and all of a sudden I'm looking at them and I'm thinking, no, I need to go get the pink ones. She goes, so I literally got off the line and went and got the pink ones. And it's so funny because people have no idea why they're doing it. It's just a feeling that they have. So I truly, truly believe that our loved ones are able to send us gifts through other people. I also believe some messages come through other people. A stranger says exactly what you need to hear. Someone unexpectedly brings up a memory. Life truly has a mysterious way of bringing healing to us. And honestly, I think many people overcomplicate spirit communication because they expect something dramatic. But most genuine connections feel loving, peaceful, calming, and familiar, not frightening. Sometimes it's simply a quiet feeling that someone you love is still with you. Special days like Memorial Day, birthdays, anniversaries, holidays can bring up many emotions. For some people, those are days of gratitude and remembrance. For others, it brings sadness, grief, reflection, or longing. And for so many people, it's all of those things at once. If you're missing someone today, I just want to remind you, talk to them. Speak from your heart. You do not need special abilities to maintain a connection with people you love. Because maybe the greatest truth about love is this: it doesn't end when someone leaves this world. It simply changes the way it speaks to us. And as far as those special abilities, I have made it my life's mission to make people understand that being psychic is not a gift. We are all intuitive. We all have those gut feelings. The gift is learning how to pay attention to it. And one other thing, your loved one is not upset or angry or reevaluating their relationship with you. They don't care if you sold their car or the wrong flowers showed up at their funeral. When we pass, we don't focus on any of those things. They're not thinking about the last fight that you had, or things you should have said, or things that didn't happen. In fact, one of the things I tell my clients all the time is, on your worst day, take a moment to take a step back. And think, if you were the one on the other side and your loved one was here, what would you want for them? You would want them to be happy. You would want them to be living life in honor of you. And that's exactly what they want for you. They want you to be happy, whether that means moving from the house that you shared, or selling a vehicle, or meeting someone new. You're still here, and life is meant to go on. So remember to move forward in honor of your loved one, because moving forward doesn't mean forgetting. This week, take a quiet moment to sit and think about someone you love and miss. Talk to them like they are still with you. Share a memory, say something you never got to say, or simply sit quiet and reflect on the connection you shared. Then pay attention. Notice the little things this week, the songs, the dreams, the memories, the feelings, the timing, or the unexpected moments that catch your attention. Maybe they're coincidences, or just maybe love has more ways of speaking to us than we realize. And one final thought. Memorial Day weekend is often seen as the unofficial kickoff to summer, filled with gatherings, travel, cookouts, and time with family and friends. But in the middle of all the celebrations, it's important to pause and remember the true meaning of this day. Honoring the brave men and women who gave their lives in service to our country, and holding space for the loved ones who carry their memory forward. The people we love may leave this physical world, but love itself does not disappear. Sometimes it shows up in memories, dreams, and quiet moments we just can't explain. Maybe true healing begins when we stop looking for proof and we start allowing ourselves to simply feel the connection that never truly left. Thank you for joining me today on Psychically Speaking with Lisa Ann. If this episode resonated, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs this message. When you're ready for more, head over to spiritquestnc.com and click Welcome Podcast Listeners right on our homepage. There you'll find free resources, tools, and simple next steps to support you on your soul journey. And of course, you're always welcome to join me for Psychically Speaking Live, my free weekly Zoom gathering, where we connect to reset and prepare for the week ahead. Until next time, trust yourself, trust what you know, and pay attention for those signs from your loved ones on the other side.